And we're back with more Final Fantasy V. As you see, I have a nice higher level, and found the ice and fire shields. Realized I missed the Aegis shield, but check this one out. We have White Wind!
Woohoo!
You don't want to know how painful it was, because the best way to get White Wind was to equip Snek with the Dancing Dagger, which has a 30% chance, I believe, of doing a dance, and of those dances has a 25% chance of doing the Tempting Tango and confusing the enemy. And then I had to stop Ferris from murdering the enemy in question. It was a bit of a process, and I might have killed Ferris to facilitate it.
I was about to say, I do appreciate how often, killing the Berserker has become a viable strategy.
So, yeah, it's a thing. So, these guys, who were enormous mini-boss-esque roadblocks, are now just kind of annoying, but not the end of the world.
Well, I think I killed that guy in Final Fantasy XIV.
I know, right? See, much less annoying.
Although I think it's less just a yellow dragon and more the five-headed dragon from 3.
Yeah, it's basically that. Feels good. I finally have a party-wide healing ability. Only took me 66% of the game. Yes. This part's gonna suck. Okay, how are we doing? Yeah, that was half our health. That's cool. That's great. Hey, do you have a Geomancer in your party? No? Well, you're just gonna eat buttload of damage. Why? Because...
But I wasn't given Geomancer by the arbitrary, powers that, govern what I do with my life.
I foolishly decided to... I could have just done a regular run of the game. I could have just played Final Fantasy V and done anything I wanted. I chose the path of most resistance. Here I am.
Although, hold on, what crystal had Geomancer on it?
Geomancer was... I want to say fire?
Oh, it's not even my fault then.
I'll have to look that one up, but... It's
Let
fire.
me double check.
It's fire or earth, I think.
Let's see who we get to blame for that. I know that I'm not to blame for that. That's all I
No,
know.
because definitely would be too early in the game.
Let me just say that Geomancer would be a really cool class to have in 14. Especially if they do the Tactics Advanced 2 route with it.
It's
where
a
they added,
fire
like...
cri-
That's what I thought.
Yeah, where they added, like, weather as Geomancer stipulations too.
Yep, because that's what Mog is in Final Fantasy VI. He is the Geomancer class.
What? Really?
Yep.
I thought he was a dancer.
Nope. It's called Dances, but his abilities are actually more in line with Geomancers. In fact, every character in Final Fantasy VI is meant to represent a class from 5.
And that's why Strago is the most cool.
And that's why Strago and Realm synergize so well together, because
Beastmaster.
realm is basically
Blue Mage.
Beastmaster. Yeah.
Yeah, Strago's the Blue Mage, and his granddaughter is the Beastmaster.
Also, another thing I learned is my entire thing about not running away, I was wrong. It literally doesn't matter. Because I thought we could use the Brave Blade with Blue Mage, but you can't. There's an entire family of weapons called Knight Swords, and only the Knight can wear them. And the Knight Swords include the Brave Blade. And the
I
chicken...
forget, is Knight and... Oh, go ahead.
I lost my train of thought.
Well,
Just...
Well, I was going to ask if Knights and Paladins are different like they were in 3. I do not remember.
No. It's the same. It's just the fighter/knight class.
That was always a thing that threw me for a loop in Tactics Advanced 2. Like, imagine me, who's just played 4 and, didn't really delve into 5, and, then there's, in Tactics Advanced 2, where they're like, oh, there's the warrior, then there's the fighter, and then there's the paladin. It's like, but aren't those all, like, the same thing? Question mark?
3, they basically were. And fighter and knight are the same thing in 1, just plus minus the class change event. I'm gonna say these guys just have entirely too much health. I pretty much ground out until I got White Wind, and it became a pain to grind out any further. And team casting lightning over and over again gets old real fast. Also, Lena was not wearing her elf cape, which I also rectified. Ooh, free coral ring. Nice. That'll be useful in a particular fight later in the game. I'm not loving these options right now. That's the Carbuncle summon, and thankfully we don't need him.
Myriad perks of not being allocated summoner. You don't have to worry about missing the summons.
That's very true.
Which, yeah, in my very, very first playthrough of FF5, I missed one of the most important summons.
Which one did you miss?
Shiva.
Oh, she was very easy to miss, though. That's not too surprising.
Yeah. But yeah, I missed Shiva, and then it's just like, well, what the heck am I supposed to do? This is like one of the basic elemental attacks for a magic attacker.
I did not save, did I?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah. There we go. Thankfully, we're almost at the end of this slog. Not without a few asterisks first.
I was about to say, and then there's, the professor there going, yeah, maybe it would be better if you skipped Shiva, as he just remembers Heaven's word.
Thanks. Thanks, Snek. Thanks for stealing some of Kryle's MP for a class that is not a caster. In ways, that might have been a better exchange, but details. It is empty. That's nice. Ah, geez, not Gilgamesh again. Looking for something? Guess what? I already took the treasure. Oh, you guys are so burned. It's Gilgamesh time!
Is this the time?
Time for what? If you...
No, at last, it's the time for
Oh.
men to fight like men, and ladies who dress as men. For Gilgamesh, it's morphing time!
I forget. I think that might actually happen later in the game. Again, the character who does not need to hit is blinded. That works for me. Let's try Aroga. How do you like a little wind? Ah, it seems to work pretty good, actually. Well, now you're
Say
speaking
whatever you
petulant.
will about Gilgamesh. His theme is a baller.
It absolutely is. It's a reason they reuse it in 14. Really? It's just petty, Gilgamesh.
And also, fun fact, every single Gilgamesh in every single Final Fantasy game is in fact this Gilgamesh.
Yep, the same guy. Alrighty, our fourth rumble. I must say, I quite enjoy these tussles. I feel we've gained an understanding. An understanding that... I will pound you silly! Ha ha! As Bart just deflects him with the shield. Say... What happened to that spry old fellow? He fought ExDeath. I see.
Despite being one of ExDeath's 4 heavenly kings, this Greg fellow is, you know, very affable.
He is. Dot, 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 dot.
Ellipses!
No, you have your own version of Dark Shock. Cool. Let's top everyone off here.
Maybe that's why.
Enough expository banter! Now we fight like men and ladies. And ladies who dress like men. For Gilgamesh, it's morphing time.
Oh, they kept it in!
Yep, now you're in his true state. Now that it's mine, let's see how good this Excalibur really is. 37.
Wait a second, this isn't the Excalibur. This is the Excalibur!
Which, funny enough, is almost a literal translation of the joke. Because instead of Excalibur, it's Excalipa in Japanese. So the joke is basically one for one. I've been had! Ferris, can you try hitting the target? This is far from the strongest of swords. I feel so betrayed.
You and me both, Greg. You and me both.
Ferris, hit something. Gilgamesh. Back.
He's having performance anxiety now that his boss is looking in on him.
I know, right? You worthless fool! For your continued bungling, I banish you from this dimension! What? No! Anything but that! Silence!
I'm gonna send you to a massively multiplayer MMO RPG.
But only after you're
An
on some
MMO.
PSP fighting games.
An MMO RPG. Oh no!
Got Excalibur! And I'm gonna go
Now
heal.
you should go ahead and equip that to Bards and see if they kept some interesting rules on that.
As you see, the attack stat is very high. But it's not the attack stat that matters. Like many items in Final Fantasy, its secondary qualities are much more interesting. And the fact that it will literally make you swing with an attack power of 1. So, yeah. That is a thing.
But there's some interesting things that have historically gone around that.
Including
Like a certain
things...
blue magic.
I actually do not recall that trick working in this version of the game. In the... That would be fantastic. The way apparently the game handles it is weapons have a special formula for weird occasions like Goblin Punch. You know, I mean... What the heck, let's give it a try. I forgot how to change equipment in the middle of battle. Hang on.
Yeah, the older versions, it would just go off your attack. But they might have adjusted that for things like that.
The Legendary Holy Sword, or is it? I think
It's not.
I think they use a different formula, but let's find out. That seemed weirdly good. So maybe that trick does still work.
I mean, it looks like it does.
Yeah.
Ferris, please, why?
Not gonna
Why?
sneeze. Not
Why
gonna
do you
sneeze
kill
at a good
things that-
thing. That's the hardest Snek's been hitting in a while, so I'm assuming it works. I think it's this way.
Because if you just attack with it, it's always supposed to be just 1 damage. It just sets the
Have
damage
you-
to 1.
Have you beaten Carbuncle yet?
We passed Carbuncle. You have to go through more of the pain
Ah.
floors to get to him, so I'm not bothering.
No.
Do not interfere. ExDeath, no way will let you get away with this. Ah, sounds so cool.
Sorry,
just now.
small marketable creature, but you're way over there and we're over here, and I just don't want to deal.
The slightest idea what I plan to get away with. What? Well, no, but you all fight so fiercely you have no idea the truth. Allow me to enlighten you. I will return the Earth to how it used to be. I mean, you'll turn into a world full of evil. Believe what you wish. Simple-minded fools such as yourselves can never hope to understand my motives. Matters not. I will tolerate no more interruptions.
I've decided to, use the playbook of this Emmett Selk fellow. I feel like he has a lot of things that are correct and true, and correctly true.
So, what we need to start this fight off with is a little something known as level 2 old. ExDeath, in this fight,
Old tree.
ExDeath is level 66.
Old tree yells at Cloud.
Indeed. Have her throw back a Goliath tonic just as a precautionary measure. I think that...
Aw,
yeah.
look at her. And her little habit.
Yeah. That's just annoying, that is.
You do no harm. Do no harm. Kryl says, and
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
slapping herself with.
You are just really determined to get Kryl. She didn't have
That
any
old
magic.
man.
She didn't have any magic that could be dispelled. Oh, he put Condemn on Ferris. That sucks. Let's see. Will you stop? Honest second, really.
And once again, the blue mage is the MVP.
Well, you are not incorrect. Again, there's still nothing to dispel,
Yes,
so you just go
because
off, man.
I'm helping. Because I helped, unlike Dutaku.
Let's see. What we need right now... I really we need to protect Shell, but I'm not wasting turtle shells on this fight. Let's try... Really, we just need to heal, so I'm just gonna high potion this. Some of the set damage stuff is going to be super annoying, but the simple truth is he doesn't honestly have that many options now. Because as turns go on, I think it takes 6 to 8 turns for it to fully affect them. But uld basically causes all your stats to start meteorically dropping. Annoying, but since she's going to die anyway, that really doesn't affect us all that much. You know, Speed Shake is a good idea. Get things moving a little faster here. Yeah, like I said, very annoying. That's... Well, that was a nice attempt. Shame I don't think I can learn it, because if it misses, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Such is life. That is a little more annoying, not gonna lie. Wait, why did it clock in at oh, because she has haste, because it goes by your turn counter. The enemy actually has strategy, guys! The enemy actually has strats!
Oh no! We can't just unka bunga our way through this.
I know, right?
That reminds me, when so I was starting Summoner on a new character for 14, and I got to the point where you started actually getting your summons, and the Arcanist Guildmaster is like, yeah, so for these upcoming battles, you're going to actually have to do more than just fling ruin at them. I'm like, I feel so called out, though.
Feeling a little judged over here, not gonna lie. Oh, good, that's
I
the
mean,
process along.
See, knowing what I know about you, Jitaku, I was expecting you to go... Challenge accepted. And then just do that.
Well, see, the problem is that, yes, I mean, I did get extra summons. The problem being, though, is that you don't really get... You get, like, one at a time. And so, you're like, yeah, I can summon Carbuncle, and he does one attack. Well, I guess I need to use Ruin, then, and that's all you can do.
How goes the FF12 adventures with Tortoise?
Oh, it's going well. I just got to the first expansion. I am currently trying to negotiate peace in, the Middle East, or in, Ravania.
So you're not in Fantasy Afghanistan yet, don't lie to me.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm gonna have to negotiate peace between the Dravanians and the Ishgardians. And that basically involves going up to the Dravanian faction leader and going, I'm going to kill you. That doesn't sound like peace. No, it sounds like peace is gonna resolve once you're dead.
Oh, it'll be peaceful afterward. Stupid dragons.
Yeah. And the more I learn about the Dragon's Home...
Remember, kids.
Well, okay.
Remember, kids, they can't fight back. They're all dead.
Well, okay, let's put it this way there, Noodle. Maybe you can understand. So, there are basically what happened is there was the original dragon, and then there were his 9 children. Here's the thing: in FF14 world, dragons reproduce via budding, so they don't need to actually, have like normal reproductive cycles. They literally will just produce eggs independently. They will form pairs in order to, raise said babbies, but they don't need it. And the thing with dragons is, on top of that, they effectively are immortal unless they get killed. And the older they get, the stronger they are, and the more their magic gets, like, comprehensive. And so there's this young kingdom, a thousand years prior to the present, that found these nascent dragons. And they're like, oh, there's these dragons. And the thing with dragons is that they basically eat everything around them. And so they're like, well, we can't really have that. So a bunch of knights actually go out, kill one of the dragons using trickery, drink her blood, gain power from it, and then use that power to basically put down the vast majority of the other dragons. And the one survivor from this ambush basically has resolved since then to, because he's a mortal mind and he barely survived, but because he barely survived, the entire thing is effectively because he has this grudge and dragons are immortal. He's like, yeah, there's going to be no reconciliation, because even though it's been 1,000 years, because I'm immortal, I'm always going to have this grudge in the back of my mind. And I'm like, there is honestly, the only thing in that is to put down Nidhogg, the survivor, because he's just going to keep continuing to try and kill the Ishgardians and their descendants, basically the descendants of these half dozen knights. There's going to be no reconciliation, and yet the entire time they're like, oh, don't you feel bad for the dragons, these immortal, alien, and literally they are aliens. They are from another planet that emigrated to Hydaelyn, to the planet that is on 14. And yet, the entire time, don't you feel bad for the dragons? It's like, no. Ishgard literally did nothing wrong.
Correct.
I mean, Ishgard did a lot of things wrong, but in terms of the dragons, they did nothing wrong, okay?
Yeah. Princess Lena, Princess Sorisa, welcome home. Father, the king's passing was a great loss. However, we must do our best to continue on without him. Furthermore, Princess Sorisa has returned when we thought her dead. It's cause for celebration.
Hooray!
Sorisa, my true name.
Princess Sorisa, I don't know why you're wearing animal skins and,
Onga.
threatening people.
What are you doing? Preparations for the banquet are complete. Of course, your acquaintances are welcome to attend. What? You want me to go out there dressed like this? Are you mad? Come now, princess. Sigh. No, it's just your dancer outfit. I don't see what you're being bent out of shape about. Oh, she's gorgeous, said Titaku. She really is.
Here I was thinking that Titaku was much more likely to say that when she was, dressed in the skins of a half a dozen dead animals.
I was about to say their berserker armor, yeah. Snek, I think you're blushing. I'm not.
Ferris is a very attractive young lady.
That's fair to say.
So... Which I honestly think is looking at her, even her Amano art, it's one of those things where it's I don't know, I really don't know how you, people, people actually are yes, that is a man. That is a man. Yep. It's uh-huh.
Get down and boogie.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. If you try to approach them, no matter what you do, the dancers will bump you out of the way until you go speak with Cryle instead. So we're gonna have to go do that. What's up, Grandpa? Hey, Cryle, how you holding up? The Neo-Fangires! It's not so painful, but this is so anxious. So Grandpa's fussing at us to hurry somewhere. I have an idea. Come on, let's go. What? We're back in my world. There's gotta be a reason for that, right? Let's find out what it is. Okay. I'm adopting you now. I am now your dad babysitter.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, Gallo's dead. Someone's gotta take responsibility for this munchkin. This isn't some Final Fantasy IV crap where she's a grown woman with a paradoxically deep voice. What about Varys and Lena? No way they can slip away right now. You know, our healer and our main caster, this isn't the worst case scenario.
But what about Final Fantasy IV: The After Years? What about Final Fantasy IV: The After Years?
No one cares about the after years. The people who made Final Fantasy IV: The After Years did not care about the after years. Oh, that was rude. Beg your pardon, I was just rushing over to tell them the bridge over the Western River is complete. That's cool. Boko has to be over to the cave in the west. Boko? My chocobo, my best friend. Really? You don't believe me? You're so poor at riding wind drakes. You cheeky little... Ha! I'll assault a small child. That'll show her. Ha! Joke's on you. Both of our physical stats are terrible. Can't win against this kid. You're also equipped with a healing weapon, so that literally did not hurt me at all.
And you are equipped with a weapon that does exactly 1 damage, so...
So this is going to be a bit of a stalemate. Look at it
But
like
you
that.
see, I have a secret technique.
Goblin! Punch!
It's okay, guys.
Also, we're the same level. That would instantly kill her. Boko! Quah. Or it would do 8 damage, one or the other. Hello, I'm Cryle. You speak Chocobo.
You know, if this was Super Smash Brothers, it would, have launched her right off the stage.
So you don't introduce it to someone. For real? He says this is his wife. Her name's Coco. Coco, you've been busy, huh?
I was about to say, isn't that the name of your
that was the name of my
Chocobo?
my aura. Was Coco. Quah. Says he already knows. Really?
Yeah, Coco Jumbo.
Coco
yeah.
Jumbo. Yep. Coco Jumbo, and then Coco de Tharo is my aura. Guess you're leaving on another journey. Is that okay? I know you're settled down now. What's he saying? He
Quah.
says that he loves
What
her.
do you mean I abandoned you? Just like your dad. Just like my dad. Oh.
Well, he's away to take care of the chicks. Chicks! Coco has little ones on the way. Says you're waiting here for him. You guys wasted no time. Coco, thanks. Don't worry. We'll come back safe. Quah. Alright. Now we got our sweet ride. Alright, and we're off to the races, so to speak.
Not the actual races, because
Not the
Golden
actual
Saucer doesn't
races.
exist in this game.
No, indeed not.
Yeah, Chocobo...
Speaking of which,
in this game.
when are we gonna do? When are we gonna see Snek plays Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, because there's going to be so much I can say that hasn't already been said about that game.
I imagine it'll be shortly after, Snek plays the point-and-click horror classic, Putt Putt Goes to the Moon.
Which will be right after I do a Let's Play of Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood. A game where they
Hello,
literally
Internet
lost their
Police. Internet Police, I'm being bullied on the internet right now.
It's friggin' Hey guys, we literally lost all of our music files. What do we do? Just throw whatever on there, it'll be fine. No one will know the difference. They do the difference. They definitely knew the difference. Yeah, that is the thing that
Dark
happened.
Brotherhood, was that...
That was the DS...
Wasn't that literally the... Oh, I was going to say, wasn't that the one that Ken Penders got all butthurt about?
Yes, and it was the BioWare DS RPG, and it was awful. Like, basically nothing went right, and it caused them a whole bunch of legal trouble. So they basically just rendered the game non-canon and agreed to never speak of it again.
Hmm.
Because, Ken Penders believed that making a bunch of, OC Donut Steel Deviant Art characters based on Knuckles meant that he just owned the concept of echidnas as a whole.
Let's say, I'm pretty
Well, I must away.
All right.
The Demon Queen calls.
Have a good one, Noodle-san.
All right. Arrivederci.
Bye, bro.
Don't take it out on him. There's nothing he could have done. Now, chocobos are notoriously dumb.
That's right.
What's that?
That's right, Professor. Don't take it out on Noodle.
Well, Pugums are notoriously dumb. Whoops, I didn't feel after that last fight.
It's one of those things. When we're very little, our mothers take out our brains and iron them so that we don't have, wrinkles in our brains.
On them. That checks out.
They're going to be like, people are going to, judge you if you have a wrinkled brain. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Seems legit. I did not heal, so our best method is going to be Excalibur Goblin Punch. And, Kryl basically just being on healing duty. I wonder if these actually work. In the Super Nintendo game, the power drink literally did nothing. That was due to a programming error. That wasn't deliberate.
I'd say it's like half the things that, were wrong in red, blue, and green. Or, half the things that were wrong in Mother 2.
Whoops. There we go.
Or, pretty much everything that's wrong in Undertale.
Yeah, I mean, Undertale's not really buggy. Undertale is Undertale by design.
Yeah, but it's also, apparently the reason why there's not that many, actual full, mods of the game is because the code is spaghetti.
Huh. I heard something about that.
For all of his... Yeah.
I heard it's made in game.
For all of his,
is a thing.
Yeah.
Not usually
for all of his
RPGs.
Yeah, for all his talents, apparently Toby Fox is not a good programmer.
Well, the dude's like a music art guy, so I get it. And to his credit, he is a good music guy. I will give the devil his due, so to speak.
Interesting choice of words.
Just had my, social media feeds flooded with determination lols memes for months on end. Totally didn't just be incredibly annoying.
Determination is a very good stat. That's how you do damage in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yep, stuck in a monster's nest. Great. I don't think it's very great at all. Now what will we do? Crowd, you don't understand sarcasm, do you? Any ideas, Boko?
Sarcasm? I think that's where my dad went to. No, that's the sarcasm.
There's a difference. I think someone is yanking my chain. Wata! That didn't work.
Whatcha?
You promise never to pull something like that again? Willing to admit you were wrong to leave without me. Come on, get up here.
Yes. Yes, I'm sorry. Please don't get mad at me.
Hoist my chocobo up. I earned him fair and square the gold saucer. I'm not giving him back now.
I don't care who gets sent. I'm not paying my taxes.
Which one you decide to maroon me back there? Yo, definitely the Munchkin.
You're gonna have to deal with those Neofangars someday, Dad Bezitter.
Yeah, that's what you think. Who cares? Try it again and you'll swing from the yard arm. Womp womp. What happened? Why'd you come after us? Just not cut out for being a princess, I'm afraid. Pouting's much more my style.
Well, you know, if you're a princess pirate, a pirate princess, then you can always, just give a pardon to yourself.
That's true. Suddenly, it's not piracy anymore. Ouch. What's wrong? I think I got a splinter. Don't worry about it. No, actually, you should worry about it, but that's not here nor there.
Yes. You should worry about it. You should worry about it.
Berserker, rejoin to the party. Lucky us.
Bazaka! She deals 2 times damage to every other class.
But
No
takes
one's
it
gonna
in
get that.
return. Unga Bunga, best class in the game. Coco, I think it's going to be a little too dangerous for Chocobo. Stay here, okay? Whatever.
I'm gonna go with my, hot bird wife.
Guido? Alley-oop. Thank you. Suppose you can't be helpful after all. Shocking 2 worlds merging sent everything topsy-turvy, including me. I'm a bit too old to do much on my back, Iru. What do you mean, worlds merging? I see you're just as slow on the uptake as before. It's an ancient legend, but I never imagined it was true.
Wow.
Now just coming out swinging there, aren't you, boss? According to this legend 1,000 years ago, Snek's world and Cryle's world are one and the same. The same? Seems there's quite the echo in here. Why did the world split? To seal the void. Void. I fear no matter how often I allude to your ignorance, my dry wit just goes over your head, so I will simply explain. Ditaku, is that you? 1,000 years ago, there existed in your...
I am... no, I am not in fact actually a turtle, as much as people think that I am.
Inuo created the void and possessed the power to control it. After a long and harrowing battle, people were able to defeat Inuo using the 12 legendary weapons. However, the void could not be erased. As a last resort, the people split the crystals into 2. To maintain balance, the world split into 2 as well. The void was sealed within the space between the 2 worlds, a place called the Interdimensional Rift. And ExDeath was telling the truth. He really did want to return the world to how it used to be. Without the crystals, the wind's power will never return, nor will that of earth, fire, or water. Now the splinter really hurts. Bleh, I'm dead now.
Oh dear.
ExDeath! I turned myself into a tiny splinter, waiting for just this moment. How? But how? Shut up, that's how. Now you can understand my true goal, to take the sealed power of the void for my own. What? What do you think I merged the worlds together? Wah, maniacal laugh, maniacal laugh. Well, hope you stole everything out of Tycoon Castle, because you can never go there again. Now the 2 worlds are one. The interdimensional rift is emerging, along with the void that was sealed within it. Wait, slow down. Are you saying that this void, whatever it is coming here? Yes, the void shall be released from its 1,000-year prison and into my keeping. Match's power of the void will be mine. Not a chance, ExDeath. I'll cast level 2 old on you again. Ah! Curse my low HP growths. Castle Tycoon. Lena! Oh man, I'm a generic, soldier in a JRPG. I'm definitely dead. It's okay, guys. She's a ninja. She can just dodge. Behold, isn't it beautiful? Gaze upon the unlimited power of the void. Watch as it engulfs all in its path. Soon it will belong to me. Lena, except you. Ah, curse my low magic defense. Bleh. Peons, tremble before my might. I'll enjoy turning you inside out. Die. Cowabunga-doo. Turtle! The joke is turtles are associated with being really slow, but Guido is really fast. Not bad for a reptile. You think I sat around 7 centuries munching on pizza? Perhaps you should have taken the chance. You'll find no tasty diversions in the afterlife. Yeah, Squeenix actually did stick in a Ninja Turtle joke there.
I mean, right after sneaking in, a morphing, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers joke.
Yeah. Tremble before my might. Mwah. I am so hilariously Saturday morning cartoon evil. Which honestly makes him way more interesting than a lot of the edgelords you'd get in the PS1 era. Making Shell. Guido, you okay? Exit that car. He must be stopped before he obtains the full power of the void, or... Huh? By Jove, what's that? Just the Library of the Ancients. The Library of the Ancients? My dear boy, you have any idea what an important place that is? Of course you don't. To think that the Library of the Ancients was here the whole time. Follow close, children. Within the library is a book that will tell us how to defeat ExDeath. Well, I mean, it is definitely the Library of the Ancients. Of that there is no doubt. Sage Guido! Oh, scholars from Surgate. You found the second half of the sealed tome. Perfect. Almost like we had foreshadowed this a while ago, but you would have missed it if you weren't paying attention.
I'd say that was a while ago.
Yep. We don't need that dungeon anymore anyway. Let us begin the strategy meeting. As you have probably noticed, the two worlds have recombined into one. Furthermore, the void is trying to break free from where it has been sealed within the rift. We better hurry there and stop it. Don't be so headstrong, lad. Along with the void, many fearsome monsters were also sealed into the rift a millennium ago. They're all unimaginably evil and incredibly strong. Feel safe in saying that as you are now, you kids wouldn't stand a chance. What do we do? Elementary, my dear Snek. Use the legendary weapons that helped defeat Inuo 1,000 years ago. Legendary weapons. Sometimes I wonder if you say things like this to spite me. I do, as a matter of fact. It brings me joy. The 12 legendary weapons. They are weapons. They are legendary. There are even 12 of them. Are you sure this isn't you, Jitaku? Now that we have both halves of the sealed tome, it all goes according to legend, and I'm certain it will. The book will show us the way. The book. It's written, when nothing's power again does peak, to warriors of light this book shall speak. The book begins to speak. Following Inuo's defeat, the weapons of legend were sealed within Castle Kuza. To break the seals, the 4 tablets must be assembled. One rests alongside spirits of the past, blessed by the soil. One rests within an island shrine, kissed by wind. One rests beneath the ocean's floor, engulfed by flame. One rests beyond the river's torrents, protected by water. These 4 tablets are the keys that will break the seals, but standing guard beside them are our servants. If the tablets are moved, our servants will awaken. The ultimate spells of white and black, the magic of time and space, Meteor, the ruler of the seas, Leviathan, and Bahamut, king of dragons. Present this book before each gate, and the ways to the seals will be opened. This is the game's subtle way of telling you that things are about to get a whole lot more open-ended.
Oh.
go. Unseal the 12
I'd
legendary
say
weapons.
rather than in 3, where you literally just get dropped into a battle against Bahamut, just out of nowhere.
And you just have to figure it out. Yeah.
Mhm.
We're all counting on you. First tablet, blessed by soil and spirits of the past. Let's see the pyramid in the desert of shifting sands. Ferris, Kryl, even you, Snek, you must go at once. The future of the world depends on it. I have feelings too, you know. Like hunger, mild annoyance, flatulence.
Is flatulence really a feeling, or is it more of a way of life for you?
I could see the argument either way, to be fair. So, that's actually where we're going to call it for today. Soon we will head towards the pyramid and get back our 4th party member. And we're going to start getting some really cool power-ups as we enter into the end game. And we'll see you there.
Bye.